Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, let's talk. That's the title of this video, and that's what I think we should do. I'm gonna just put you just a bit higher. There we go. Much better. Put my glasses back on. Oh, I need those so much. So let's talk, first of all, let's talk hobby-wise. So I've got 160 of those MFs here. I did a lot. And that's because on holiday, I had the diamond painting, the gypsy with me. My cat is, I don't know what she's doing outside. She's like yammering. Yeah. Anyways. So when I got in the house where we would stay for a week, I took out my light pad and I saw that the cord was actually broken, so I couldn't use it, and I was like, I'm not gonna put myself through the hell of not seeing what I'm doing. So luckily I brought some beautiful variegated yarn with me that I had laying around for like forever, and I said to myself, well, you know what, I will start to do some regular granny squares and see where we go from there. And while I was doing those granny squares, I thought, this is really beautiful, the colors and the way it changes and everything. So I was really getting into it, and I was like, but I didn't have that much of yarn. It lasted just about the week. So at the end of the week, all the yarn was gone, and I was like, maybe I should make a real big blanket, but I need some more yarn. So I went online, still in the house on holiday in France. I ordered some beautiful variegated yarns from Hobby. It's apparently a brand from Denmark, made in Turkey, but sold from Denmark. But they've got a site in they've got a site in France. They've got a site in the Netherlands. So I was like, I'm ordering some yarn until I get home. It will be there, and it was there. So oh my god. The colors are so awesome, and the beautiful thing about this yarn is that I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, you see it has got some glitter in lots of colors. So it has got gold glitter, it has got silver glitter, it even has got blue glitter. Wait, let me show you. It's difficult, camera is not really picking it up, but every color has got, here's the blue glitter. So it all has got glitter, and that's what the initial yarn that I used had, like orange glitter. Let me show you. Doesn't really pick it up, but maybe you can see. So all beautiful yarn. So I ordered some yarns that were complementary but also had the glitter. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a beautiful blanket out of that. And then I had laying around some balls of gold with gold glitter. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got 160 of these, and I'm just now crocheting them together to become a beautiful blanket. So I'm very happy. And that's maybe why I wasn't doing too much of diamond painting, because I was too invested in making this blanket, and the crocheting actually gave me some inner calm more than diamond painting did at the time and even now. So yeah, I'm very sorry. I will go into diamond painting again. I promise it won't be too long. But now I just want to do this, and maybe one day I'm like, okay, I've got enough of this, and but the fun fact is that this is a thing that I can do just while sitting in my chair, watching TV, and diamond painting isn't really a thing that I can do. And seeing that I will have to work a lot of days from today, this is something that I do in the evening, just to relax. So the summer wasn't really a relaxing summer for me. Lots of what's with so lot of things happened that were really stressful, and I kind of lost my mojo to film, to do anything really. So like we went on holiday. I believe we left the 19th of July, but before that my husband was really struggling with his mental health, with his physical health. It was like all the stress of the previous months all of a sudden came to a big explosion, and yeah. And you know what, you can say what you want, but a man that is suffering twice as much as a woman. I'm sorry, you can call me sexist for saying that, but oh my god. So he had problems with high blood pressure, which I'm suffering from for like 2 years now, and he knows that, and I'm taking medicine for it, and it's all okay, and I'm doing good. But for him, it was like the world was coming down, and the whole, and yeah, it was most of the vacation. He was like Mr. Grumpy. I'm not blaming him, but it's just, yeah, it's not really fun when one of the pair is like suffering. Of course, I'm sorry. I'm very worried, and I'm like, I don't know how to help. I can only give some advice, but I'm not feeling what he's feeling, and maybe I don't want to downplay it or anything. So it was really yeah, it was really challenging. And so we left for holiday, and only a week prior to leaving, the people that rented out our house where we would stay told us that there was only one way to reach the village where we would stay, and that was by gondola lift. So I don't know if you know it, but it's like a little box that carries you up the mountain. Well, In our case, it was like you have got like the mountain village Les Deux Alpes, which is very big, and then there's a small village, so we had to take the gondola lift down. So only a week prior to us coming, they told us like, yeah, that's the only way you can reach us, because yeah, previous there were floods and everything, so they were going to to do some work on the main road and everything, so only inhabitants could really get their car up to the village, but for people who were not inhabitants it was not allowed. Like, you could get a fine of 135 euros, yeah, not taking the risk. But that was really something that I will try to put on video together, but I have to put some oh my god, speak Lenka, speak, some subtitles, because yeah, of course we are Dutch, so but it wasn't too easy, because in our village we only had like restaurants, no bakery, no butcher, nothing, no small shop. The only small shop that we had was one next door, but she would have to go get her bread in the same village we would have to go to get bread. So and the thing they sold there were products from the village and the surroundings, so really local, which was really great, because we went to a restaurant where there was one chef. She earned some Michelin stars, and she started to cook there, and she only used products that were really from the local area, so really great food, no problem. But going at a restaurant every night, it's really like, huh. Like, I know my husband, he had a budget, so it was not really a problem, but I was like, actually, this is really bad. If you're a tourist and you haven't got really the budget to go out to eat every night, it's really sad. And one day we would go, I wanted to make spaghetti bolognese like we do at home. I was like, I really like, with all the special foods and everything, really now I'm really liking spaghetti. But the problem is, you had to go to grocery shopping, you had to go to the other village, you had to take everything into this little gondola lift, carry it out to our village, because from the gondola lift to our house it was all stairs, up, only stairs. If you would be someone in a wheelchair, you wouldn't even be living there. You couldn't live there, because everything was stairs. There was not like a ramp or nothing. So anyone who would be in a wheelchair there would be, I'm sorry. So that was one thing. I was like, we did some fun stuff, like my girl Marie and I, we went sleighing from the mountain. Of course, it's not with snow. It's like, if you know bobsleigh, it's like they have this parkour, but it's really like in plastic, but it's really fast. So you have to go on a ski lift up the mountain, and then when you're up the mountain, you sled down. Really fast, really fun. That was great. I've got a little video from going up, but yeah, filming on the sled. That wasn't really doable. We went to a swimming pool, really great. Oh yeah, and at one point we were in Les Deux Alpes, so the big village, and that's when the same day we went to the sled thing. And I'm like, oh, I have to go. I have to really go pee pee. And we were looking for like a cafe or a pub or something. But we really couldn't find a place that we were like, we're gonna do it here. So we found public bathrooms. So one thing I have to tell you, when you are in a public bathroom, don't open the door while you're in, so like you close the door. And I was so in panic because it was really dark, so, and then I was like, oh, I've still got my pouch, like I have to call my husband and I have to give it to him. That's more easy to do the thing that I want to do. So I open the door again. I give my pouch to my husband. I say, okay, bye. Close the door again. And all of a sudden, yeah, the seat of the toilet comes up. Is being sprayed with water. I'm like, okay, very good, very good. Then it's dried. I'm like, wow, very nice. Seat comes down. I'm like, okay, now I hope I can go sit down. All of a sudden, there's a sprinkler underneath my feet that goes psh, in all that, and I'm like really like shouting like ah, like jumping like a little child, trying not to get my feet wet, but yeah, too late. And then there's a gust of water coming from the walls, like, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? So apparently, once you close the door, it's best that you don't open the door again, because if you open the door and you stay in, the toilet thinks that the toilet, it's a thinking entity, apparently. It thinks like, oh, she's gone, starts cleaning all the toilets. It's very hygienic and everything, but my feet were wet, my trousers were wet, and I was like, I came out and I was like to Mario, I was like, allee, doe mijn deur dicht. Go away. Bye. My daughter. Oh my god. So he was like, what just happened? And I explained to him, and he was like crying, laughing, and I was laughing as well, but yeah, wet. Luckily, it was really hot out there. Well, not that hot actually, but being so high up, it feels very differently. So yeah, that was a fun experience. Our house was really big. There were like rooms. There could sleep like easy 14 people, beds and rooms, and like almost every room had its own toilet, and really great. Bit dark, but really great for when it's really hot outside. You could be inside, always really cool. From our balcony we could see a waterfall, and really beautiful environment. But almost no internet. So internet would go out every evening. Even mobile internet was um like my daughter, Marie, she uh one afternoon she said like, yeah, within 3 hours internet will go. And I was like, oh yeah, at 7 o'clock no internet. And she was right. She was right. It was like really weird. I was like, maybe that's the owner of the house that just like, okay, now internet is done, you have to go out. I don't know what it was, but so needless to say, it was really difficult to do anything. I had my laptop with me, but I was like, even for filming or anything, I was like, don't bother. I'm not going to do this because yeah. Hey, wait, sorry. I'm gonna try to work a little more on this because I'm doing nothing. So yeah, it was beautiful there, but it was not really a success because my boys, they were like being typical teenagers, not wanting to leave the room, and it upset me because I was like, you're not away that often, and then you have to, yeah, try whatever you can to get me to want to go do something. It's really, anyways, when we came back, oh no, Gypsy, she wants to, I'm gonna open the door for Gypsy because she wants to. Yeah, when I look, I'm really doing my crochet, so that's what I'm doing. So if I'm not looking at the screen, you know why. Yeah. Come. Bye. Bye bye. Meow. Meow. Yeah, so anyways, where was I? Yeah, really difficult to try to motivate the boys. My girl, she was in for everything. She's really like this more adventurous type. They wouldn't budge. It's so that again really upset my husband, who was really grumpy because he was not feeling too well and always questioning his health and everything. And I was like, oh my god, please, you're here to relax. But relaxing didn't seem something that he was like willing to do. So for me, I was like, I don't care. I don't especially want to go on really long hikes. I'm here to relax, do the things I love, eat, drink, hobbies. But yeah, then we came back, and my mother-in-law, she rearranged my furniture here in my studio. Well, you wouldn't say that there's much changed, but yeah, I can tell you it's been changed. Yeah, she did a lot, but eventually that gave me the power to clean up. So I don't know if I told you that, but before I did my cleanup, there was like a million gazillion things underneath my table, like yeah, too much to mention. So what I did was we cleared out our attic. So I made boxes, and I wrote on them with marker like DIY projects new, so that I know those boxes contain things that are still good to do. I left some here, so I've got a paint by number, some little diamond painting stuff. Yeah, of course, the diamond paintings are still here, so they didn't move. A Lego set, so everything, the Book Nook, Van Gogh is still here, so everything that I know that I want to do within this year is still here, and all the rest is going to the attic. I cleaned the living room. Well, I did a lot because I when I came back home, I was like, I want everything to be ready for when I go back to school, so that I'm at ease, that I don't have to do too much anymore, that this clutter doesn't play, because it does give me some mind F's. So that's what I did then when I got home. And rest of I kept doing my I've got so many 160, so it's I'm gonna put 10 of those next to each other, and then 16 down, so that will be a beautiful blanket. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. The job, well, normally I had to go back 27th, but seeing that there's already 2 of the people are not going to be able to work, they asked me to come back early, so I said yes, of course, but what can I do? I cannot say like but the problem is that I already had too many hours, so I hope in September I will have not work that much, because in September I want to really focus on starting up for school. But it's been so difficult. Oh my god. And they're really, well, yeah, they're asking me to stay, but I'm like, I'm sorry guys. I from the beginning I was really firm, like this is only temporary. Actually, I don't think I could last like a half a year doing only that, because I don't know, it's really heavy mentally, physically, yeah, physically also, but it's especially mentally. There was one day that I had to get this kid from the bus. It stops right across the street, so they stop. He gets out of the bus. But judging on the way he comes from the bus, you can tell like it's gonna be an easy day or it's gonna be a hard day. And that one day he came from the bus, and he was like already doing like two two other children in the bus, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be one of those evenings. And on the street he tried to tackle me, he tried to like hit me, but yeah, and I was like, no, that's not okay. I'm like, they have to go to their room like half an hour just to rebind, and so yeah, it's mandatory. So I told him like, I can give you 5 or 10 minutes more if you want. He was like, no, I'm like, yeah, but you have to be respectful and just be nice. So I was cooking that evening, so okay, he goes with the colleague to his room. I'm cooking, and all of a sudden I hear, so the fire alarm goes off. I'm like, oh no. Okay, code. We have got like this box where you can type in the code. First we had to look for the right code. Okay, if eventually we had the right code, we put the code in. Meanwhile, some of the kids were already down, like, oh, I'm scared. And we were like, shh, there's no problem. There's nothing going on. There's no fire. It's just someone. Yeah, alarm went off. Because we already had the same problem with just some malfunctioning. So we thought, yeah, it's malfunctioning again. But then my colleague comes down and she's like, you know, he pressed the alarm. And I'm like, ooh. So apparently the boy pressed the alarm, and we had to press the code every 30 seconds. Why is it? Normally, if you press the code in, it should stop and everything's okay. But it kept going off, and we were like, what's the problem? Meanwhile, those kids were really panicking. I was like going back and forth from the stove where I was cooking, preparing the dinner, going back to enter the code. Then finally we got someone from the company, and he said like, yeah, if a fire alarm button has been pressed, you have to reposition it in the way it was before, because otherwise the alarm will go off all the time. So we were like, oh, thank you, good to know. So we could situation, everything good. And then one evening when I had to put the kids to bed, that one boy, he was like with his finger on the alarm, like and I talked to him like this. I said, don't you dare, or there will be consequences. Just like that. I didn't even raise my voice. I was like, really, don't you dare. It was like, whenever I use that voice, because normally I can shout and I can sometimes be like, ah, no, don't. But then I was like, really, and the look in his eyes, it was like, okay, now she's really serious because she used the voice. Yeah, so he didn't press it. I was already here. Oh, because it was later in the evening. Some kids were already gone to bed, and was like, oh, what if that alarm would now sound in, oh my god. But yeah, those are things like, there are things happening, and I feel like I still have patience in me, but sometimes I don't know if it's because of me getting older, but sometimes I'm like, oh no, please, mom. I don't know why I'm calling mom, because I don't have one. But anyways, yeah, it's something. So that's it. So I will start back on Tuesday. Tuesday I will start back again. I don't know how many days, normally 4 days, and then so day shifts in the summer. It's always day shifts, and then in September it will be evening shifts. Well, afternoon to evening. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping they find some people to who want to work there, and who want to, because I don't know. My birdies aren't really singing right now because it's molting time. They're losing their feathers, and I can tell you, with all the feathers they're losing, I can just build another bird. Really. So, but that's why they're so silent, and they're now moved a little bit further. There's the table. That is probably where I'll be filming the rest of the, because normally the table was over there, where now there's my cupboard, the blue thing, and I've got two. Wait, maybe I can show you. My God. So, wait. Bear with me. Wait, I will show you. So, the camera. So there's my seat where I sit to crochet, watch TV. There's another seat where I've got my backpack now and everything. So there's the little cupboard, the table, the birdies. The rest is still the same. Then we've got the TV, banana peel that I still have got to throw out. My computer, and that's all the squares that I made. So let's go. Let's make a blanket. But yeah. And then, okay, another thing that made me not want to be online too much. Oh, let's talk. Wait, sorry. Just putting my donut. I always sit on my donut. I don't need it anymore, but it's just so comfortable. So, Monday, the week before we have to leave for our vacation. Well, it was actually a day before or 2 days before they called me from the home where my father is staying, the retiring home. And they said, like, yeah, we have to move him to the clinic because he had an infection, he had fever, there was something wrong. So apparently he had an infection in the lungs, which can be very apparent. Well, it happens a lot in his condition because he doesn't swallow, so lots of the filth goes down, and yeah. So he was in the clinic. They did a I don't know, but they went in with a catheter and they pulled out some mucus and everything, and it wasn't too good. And on the Monday they called us like, yeah, maybe it's time that you come and say goodbye. I'm like, what the F? And I told the doctor, like, yeah, okay, but it's late in the evening now. My kids are at home. Isn't there any way I can just come tomorrow? And they said, yeah, you can, but don't be mad if he doesn't make it through the night. I'm like, oh my god, manipulative. I'm like, okay. We so late in the evening, we get in the car, we go to Ghent, we visit him. He doesn't really look too good. I'm like, I just tell him like, breathe, it's gonna be okay. I love you, blah blah blah, all the things. Next day, he's still there, but I'm really scared to leave for holiday because I'm like, I can imagine I will be there the first or the second day and they will be like, yeah, you have to come back, your daddy died or anything. And I was like, that really stressed me out so much because I didn't feel at ease to go on holidays, but yeah. But I kept watching, well, they kept me in the loop and everything went from bad to good, better to good. And I was like, and now he's back in the home. So he survived. Actually, that's more. We've been there like 4 or 5 times. I don't know that they said like say your goodbye. It's gonna be and I told him like I don't know what you are on or what you are taking, but you're one hell of a strong dude. Um, yeah. So that's also a thing why the vacation wasn't that relaxing for me, because I was always occupied with the idea of my father being in the hospital and going through what he was going through. And yeah, eventually it all my you don't know when you're sitting there, you've got no internet. You're like whenever there's going to be something wrong, I will hear it, I hope. Yeah, so that's it. I'm still doing my crochet. I love those things. I love them. They're so cool and beautiful. And sometimes you would think like some parts don't even, they don't go together, but if you will see it in the whole, you will see like all the colors coming together. It will be awesome. um and that's it. Kids are doing good. Well, uh I wish my boys would be more into other stuff than only their computers and everything. But yesterday we went somewhere to a friend of ours with his wife and 2 kids, and then there was another couple visiting with their 2 kids. And this guy, he has got a pool. It was lit, so the children all, and 31 degrees, so really good. So all the children went swimming in the pool, and Roman, for the first time in a long time, he was really in his element. So it was great to see. We had lovely food, had some drinks. So those are things that I really like in the summer, like um, barbecue, relax. But yeah. Oh, and my dreads. I went to the dread loctician. The loctician, beginning of July. So she left some, at my request, she left some hair here because it seems more. Yeah. Otherwise, it's really like. But everything is really neatly, and it's still very neat, so not too much loose hairs here and there, but that's normal. But she really did a great job. And The dreads are really doing great. Maybe I should stand up. When I see them, they're always longer than I think they are. But yeah, still really happy. Looks good. They're really maturing. Because one guy there, people, that's something people think, because your dreads are really long, they think that you must have had them for like a bazillion years, and that's not true. Because if you had long hair before, you can have instant long dreadlocks without losing too much length. And of course, I elongated them with human hair. So, but many people think like that long dreads, they have to grow, that you have to have had them for like 10 years. And I'm like, I have only had them for a year or a year and a half, I don't know. By this point, I can't remember, but it's not necessarily like you it's not 10 years or something. And that's something that people sometimes don't understand. Like, you can get instant long dreads if you have like really long hair. And that's it. Oh yeah, we went kayaking also on the river in the boat. Water was freezing. It was really hard. My God, my arms were like, oh. And Marie, she wouldn't stop pedaling, and I was like, if you don't stop pedaling, I have to pedal all the time, because I was in the back, so I had to steer whenever she was pedaling. I was like, keep your pedal still, and she was like, Mom. Yeah, it's something. But all in all, it wasn't too bad of a holiday, but could have been better. Because I'm only relaxed when all of my family, my children and my husband are relaxed, and this year this wasn't really the case. So what are you going to do? Anyways, thank you for listening. I will be back. I will try to film some things that might interest you. Can't promise that it will all be diamond painting, but let me know what would interest you. If crochet is something that you like, I can show you a lot. But now I'm going to just sit in my chair, watch some series. I'm re-watching Dexter now. I don't know why. And maybe then I will re-watch Lost or something else. I don't know. I'm just re-watching things because I don't know what to watch lately. I watch podcasts also. H33, or what is it? And okay, story time, OKOP, I love it very much. So all Reddit stories, Smosh, yeah, things like that I'm watching right now, just to get my mind off of things. I need to watch things that make me laugh. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yes, goodbye, adieu, adieu to you and you and you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye. Stop.